Hey y'all, Brandon here. Today we're going to be looking at teen self-defense. And the reason we're looking at this is right now I'm working with some 7th graders at when my kids go to school and doing a 3-week block of self-defense. And I've just really enjoyed it, gotten a lot out of it, and I just want to share a little bit of it here. And a little food for thought is typically when people think of self-defense, they think of somebody attacking you, striking, getting away, breaking into a body lock or a choke or something like that. And that is definitely self-defense. The way I like to look at it though, I heard this described and I really like this, is, self-defense really is all about setting boundaries. And it's just like any relationship we have, is that in a good relationship, we should be setting and enforcing our boundaries. And a typical self-defense situation where you're getting attacked is just the most extreme example of that. But we can practice this every day and should be practicing this every day in our lives. And so a great drill that I have been using with 7th graders is to look at that, how we can set boundaries at different intensities, and only when it gets to that most extreme example of somebody attacking us do we get to that point of striking and everything else. But a lot of times we can diffuse the situation before that by setting boundaries with our voice, with our posture, with our intent inside, how confident we feel, we know what we need to do and that we're going to do that, can often diffuse the situation before it gets to the physical, striking and all that kind of aspect of it. So real quick, I'm just going to run through this drill. And it's a drill, it's a scenario where somebody's following you. Okay, you're walking, and one of the most important things is to listen to our gut. Our gut almost is never wrong. So say we're walking down the street, down a road, and we start to get this feeling that somebody's behind us and it feels a little off. It feels like maybe they're following us. They might want to try to abduct us and take our purse, something like that. But we're walking. Before they get too close, we want to turn around in a good stance, with our hands up, and we want to face them. And that's one of the biggest things, is to face. When somebody's encroaching on a boundary of ours, is we need to face it. And the sooner we face it, the better. Because often we can often diffuse the situation or address it before it gets more intense, gets harder to enforce. And again, this applies physically and even just in relationships and whatnot. So again, we want to, as soon as we notice a boundary might be getting crossed, we turn and face it. The first thing we're going to do is ask a question. So an example here, I'm walking, notice something, turn around, are you following me? Be firm, be defined, and get that question asked. So you're going to establish there, is this actually a threat or not? Now, next, that person in this situation of having the 7th graders do is the person now continues to walk at them. So they have ignored the question, and they're making it obvious that they have some ill intent. Okay, at that point, we're going to escalate. The scalability of all this is really what we want to work. And so we're going to escalate now. We're going to get louder, and now we're going to give them a command. So I'm walking, I turn around, are you following me? They keep walking, they are following me. Get back, call the police! So I get louder, and I start to give them a command. And now again, scalability. If that diffuses the situation, they get freaked out a little bit, then great. But if not, then that's when, at this point, we're going to go to strikes. And just, again, with open hands, we're not going to hurt our hands. We've just been working front kicks and a kind of a 1-2, boxing 1-2 with open hands once we get to that point. But again, that's not the focus of this. It's giving you tools, again, one, getting your mindset thinking about it, and then giving you tools of how to address situations before they get physical. So the whole thing, one last time here, is, are you following me? Get back, call the police! Okay, so give that a try. Again, the biggest thing is just start to think about this, is setting boundaries is something we should be doing all the time. One, be aware of our boundaries. Where are we comfortable, where are we not? Making sure we set those, we make people aware of them, and then if we need to enforce them or remind them of them or inform them of those boundaries, do so. And the sooner we can do that, the better. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. My name is Brandon with Silverback MMA. Thanks for joining us this week.